Maybe I need to have a counseling session with Dr. ChatGPT tonight. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm excited to share my October favorites with you. These are all of the things that I have been especially loving this month in the fashion, beauty, lifestyle, and motherhood categories. So we have a lot to cover and also a lot to catch up on. I'll probably have a little bit more of a chatty life update catch up at the end of this video. I will also round up the October bestsellers. So if you're curious what other people were shopping or what the most popular items were for the month of October, you can check that out in the description box below. But we have a lot to get through, so let's just jump right in, starting off with some really good fashion basics and cozy fall must-haves. Starting off with an affordable Walmart find. I did recently share some new Walmart purchases and hits and misses in my last video, so check that out if you missed it. But I have been reaching for this long sleeve basic tee. It's under $10. I bought it in the white and the pink constantly since getting it. These are one of those must-have essentials that I feel like I always need to repurchase each year because they end up kind of staining or getting discolored for whatever reason. I really like the material on these. They're a little bit thicker. They have a ribbed texture to them, so I don't find them to be super sheer and see-through like a lot of long sleeves. And if you don't have one of these in your wardrobe, I am telling you, this will be a piece that you reach for constantly and you cannot beat the price point. I took my regular size small. It's true to size. It does have some really comfortable stretch, and again, I love the material. Next has honestly been a favorite since July when I purchased it, but I have been reaching for it again a lot this month. So of course I'm going to reshare this cozy pullover with you if you're looking for just a cozy piece to reach for. It's perfect to wear with leggings. I wore it a lot with more so compression shorts because it's just now pretty cold here in Georgia. I feel like you never know what you're gonna get with the weather here, but it has been a lot chillier lately, so I've been reaching for this a ton. It's nursing friendly. It's very bump friendly. I wore it through my pregnancy. I took a size medium in mine. I did size up. It does have a roomy fit, so keep that in mind depending on how oversized you want it to be. But I knew I wanted it to fit very loose around my hips and a little bit longer, so I personally chose to size up. It has a similar feel to Spanx Air Essentials if you are familiar with that material. It's just very lightweight and soft. It's good. It's good stuff. Speaking of Spanx, I have to mention, I probably sound like a broken record at this point, but I have been finally reaching for my favorite leggings now that it's chillier. I've been wearing these pretty much every single day since I have been postpartum. I take a medium in these leggings. They do run pretty compressive, so if you don't want them to be as tight, I would suggest to size up as well. I am kind of in between a small and medium personally, so I definitely went with the medium in mine. I've loved these leggings since 2018, I think, when they first launched, maybe 2019, but I especially fell in love with them for postpartum. I fell in love with them with round one, and I've been reaching for them a ton with the second postpartum experience as well. They just give me so much more confidence. I feel more like myself compared to any other leggings because they just do a great job at keeping everything contained. They're not rolling over on my short torso. They slim the thighs, lift your booty. I love that there's no center seam. There's honestly, I can't even think of a complaint. They wash really well. I mean, you should see my laundry. Anytime I'm doing my dark washes, it's pretty much all these leggings because I continue to wear them and have for the past few years. I know I talk your ear off about those leggings, but I truly just love them. And if you haven't tried them yet, I would definitely recommend if you're looking for a more like workout or compressive legging. I wouldn't say they're the leggings I reach for if I'm wanting to lounge around the house. I of course have, but they're not like a Lululemon comfy Align legging. They're definitely like a good workout legging. If you are shopping on Spanx, don't forget you can use my code AmandaJohnXSpanx for 15% off your first order and free shipping. I do have another Spanx favorite as well. They're just one of my besties, if I'm being honest. I love the quality of their pieces and also how they make me feel. So I also wanted to mention the straight leg jeans. I have been reaching for these most in my wardrobe, especially postpartum. They are a little bit more of a relaxed fit. I took a medium in these where I normally do a small in Spanx jeans, but I wanted these to be a good postpartum, like comfy jean. They're a little bit roomier on me now that I am back to my normal pre-pregnancy size, but I kind of love that fit. They just have that cozy, relaxed look and feel to them. If you want them to be a little more fitted, I would say to get your normal size, but I do like the more relaxed fit of these. They're comfortable to wear. I've worn them working from home. I wear them for carpool line. They're just a pair that I have reached for over and over again this month, and they have also been a bestseller this month as well. Another cozy favorite. I have not stopped wearing this specific outfit. Whenever I'm in my closet and I'm cold, because I do hate that my closet is pretty cold, it's above the garage, and I just want to throw on like warm cozy sweatpants, I actually reach for this at least every week, but probably more so twice a week. So these Zella pants, I got these in the Nordstrom sale. I do think they are back and restocked, but also the Spanx Air Essentials track pants are very similar. They just don't come in this lighter color. I took a small in the pants, and I've been pairing it with this Quince sweater, which I have been sharing all year. It's been one of my most reached for sweaters, even through summer. It was just a nice, like, looser layering piece. But the sweater is 100% cotton, so it's not like a super warm cashmere like this one. This is actually a Quince sweater that I'm wearing today as well, because again, I was in my closet for reasoning, and I just wanted like warm and cozy thing. So I reached for this, and I can actually put a picture of my outfit of the day here if you are curious. The sweater has a very boxy, roomier, casual fit. So I took a small in this sweater. I have it in another color as well, and it's been one of my most reached for. It's a great weight to wear over your shoulders as well if you really like that look. Since it sits a little bit wider and boxier, it stays on my shoulders pretty well. So do keep that in mind with sizing. It does have a boxier, roomier, more casual fit. It kind of has like a drop shoulder look. So, but yeah, this has easily been one of my most worn outfits from the month. Switching into my beauty favorites for the month, I also wanted to mention the Sephora sale is currently going on if you didn't know. So it's a good time to try some new things. Stock up on favorites is really what I take advantage of whenever the Sephora sale comes around. If you are looking for more makeup recommendations, I will link to my personal favorites that I use. If I have any recent tutorials, I will link to that as well. First up is a skincare product that I just incorporated towards the end of the month, and I have really noticed a difference already. I feel like my makeup lays a lot smoother on my skin. You know how when you put foundation on and you look up close to your skin and it just looks a little scaly? That's how my skin was looking, and I wasn't loving it. So I added these little pads in, and I feel like I noticed almost an immediate difference the next day. My skin and makeup, everything was just sitting a lot smoother. I think I just needed more exfoliation, I guess. So I have been using these on my face and neck just in the morning, and it has definitely made a difference in the look of my skin without makeup, but also with makeup. Next, I did switch up my foundation this month. I still am obsessed with my Dior foundation. I will say I am the biggest fan of Dior Beauty and Charlotte Tilbury. For skin products, those two brands are my go-to. So if you're curious on what I'm using on my face, it is most likely one or two of those brands. But I did divert and wanted to try out the House Labs, I think is how you say it, foundation. And I do get the hype. If you're looking for a full coverage, it definitely has pretty strong coverage. Like, you don't get a sheer look from it. But I probably use a half a pump. I feel like one pump is just way too much product. And I do find that it blends best with my fingers, but that is a lot of makeup products, honestly. I just feel like the warmth of my fingers really helps to like set it into my skin. Like if you notice your pores or anything, just tapping it with your finger will blend it so much better. But anywho, if you're looking for a very full coverage foundation that still looks like skin, I think this one does a really good job, and it also wears well throughout the day. I was definitely inspired by the Victoria's Secret fashion show to mix up my makeup routine. So I feel like I've been incorporating a little bit more eyeshadow. It's still very much a natural look, but I usually just do a little bronzer in the crease and a little shine in the inner corner and call it a day. But I have been using this Tarte eyeshadow palette, and I feel like it is such a good palette. And I am honestly not the biggest eyeshadow palette or even eyeshadow girly. I just feel like when I see an eyeshadow palette, there's only maybe max 3 colors that I would want to continue to use from it. So I just feel like when I'm looking for them, most of the time it's going to be a waste of my money, and I'd be better off just buying singles because I won't touch half or even more than half of the eyeshadow colors in a palette. But I do feel like this one, I can get a lot of use out of the colors, and it is one that I continue to go back to. The only thing it's missing, and I feel like this is the case with literally any eyeshadow palette, is I just love a bright, like shiny inner corner. And I've never seen an eyeshadow palette that has that with a matte brow bone color. So if I could make my own eyeshadow palette, I would include those. So that's the only thing it's missing. Let me know if there is an eyeshadow palette that you know of that has like good matte neutrals, but also those light must-haves as well, because I feel like I never have seen one. But yeah, that's what I used on my eyes today. It's still very neutral, but I've just been going for more of a bronzy, warm look on my eye. And I was definitely inspired by Candace from Victoria's Secret with my makeup routine this month. Next is a body wash, and I have been using the Necessaire body washes for years. I think since 2021, that's been my go-to, but I did recently mix it up and wanted to try some products from Salt and Stone. So they, I think, are most known for either their natural deodorants or their soaps. And I have been using, I think, the Santal. I need to actually double check, but I always love a Santal scent. I feel like it's gender neutral and it's perfect, especially for fall. Just a very warm, cozy, unisex scent. I wonder if Tim has actually been using mine as well, because I feel like I'm going through it pretty quickly. The only thing, again, I would change about this product is I wish the pump stuck out a little bit further, because I feel like if you use a loofah or anything, or washcloth even, it doesn't stick out enough, or with the bottle design, on mine at least, to where I can like just put it underneath and pump it. I have to pump it into my hand first, which is a first world problem, but that's the only thing I would change about it. All right, let's switch into some motherhood favorites. This is probably just gonna be more so a quick update. I will say stick around for the life stuff because we have some good stuff to talk about. But really quickly, a motherhood favorite of mine, if you're looking for a nursing bra recommendation, I have been wearing these from Amazon. I just find them to have very easy access. I actually am very annoyed with clip nursing bras because, like, if you're holding a baby, it's just not convenient to like do the clip, especially if you're like nursing in the car, which I have had to do quite a bit, and you're trying to do it with one hand. So I was looking for a solution to not have a clip, and these have been the ones I've been reaching for the most. I will say they have more of a sports bra-like feel. So when my milk first came in, I was worried that they were a little too compressive because you don't want it to like inhibit your milk production. But now that things are regulated, they've been perfectly fine. I don't feel like the compression is interfering in any way. And they are a really good buttery soft material, and they do have good support as well. Honestly, even if you're not nursing, I feel like it's a nice like lower cut sports bra as well. As far as Lucy goes, we did newborn photos this month, which we didn't do with Josie because I was honestly too overwhelmed to even think about scheduling that. But I'm glad we got the photos done this time. I haven't got them back yet, but cannot wait. But Lucy has been doing great. She's been gaining weight really well. Her cheeks are definitely filling out, and she's starting to get like little leg rolls, which makes me so happy because I'm exclusively breastfeeding her. So I did that basically. But she is starting to smile. So that's been like the highlight of the month as far as Lucy goes. But as far as my update, I did have my 6-week follow-up appointment this week, and everything was good. I'm cleared to start working out or doing whatever I want. And I definitely am ready to get back into strength training. I haven't seen the gym since January, which I was pregnant in January, and I tried to get back into working out and it did not go well. So we have not seen the gym, and I have no butt or muscle tone. So I'm ready to kind of tone things up again. But at the same time, I don't want to overwhelm myself because I've definitely been feeling a little overwhelmed lately with managing everything, which is totally normal. But I did want to mention it in case you are also postpartum and you're like, you know, on social media, you just see the highlight. Although I feel like we're taking a turn and people are starting to show whatever they're wanting on social media. But that's just my opinion. As far as like people in their underwear and stuff, I'm like, why are we normalizing this? I say that because I opened up my TikTok today and this girl was literally in her underwear just walking around on camera, and I'm like, where are we going? Anyway. What was I even saying with that? But I know like it can just look like everyone has their ish together, and we're all just trying to do our best off camera, you know? So I think the first 2 to 3 weeks postpartum were just very blissful, which I'm thankful for. I know not everyone has that experience. And I was just thankful for having like a good delivery and everyone was healthy. Other than my blood pressure, I didn't have any issues. But then I was also trying to get back into work. Tim is on a paternity leave. So I think I kind of overestimated my ability to, you know, just get back into work with nursing a newborn every 2 to 3 hours. So I'm trying not to let adding strength training on top of that continue to overwhelm me. I think I just need to lower my expectations. So I'm kind of reevaluating how often I need to be uploading on here and uploading on other platforms, and like what will be a good balance for me right now. So we'll see. I'm getting very chatty, sorry. I am still on blood pressure medication, but I have weaned off some of them. So I was taking labetalol twice a day. I was on 200 milligrams of that. And then I was also taking nifedipine twice a day. So I have weaned off the nifedipine. My blood pressure isn't great just on the labetalol, but it's not horrible. So we're just giving it some time to continue leveling out to see if I need to add back in the nifedipine. It's just a constant adjustment there, which is kind of annoying. All right, let's talk about, we've already been talking about life stuff, but as far as favorites go, first thing, oh my gosh. Okay, so in my last vlog, I mentioned that I ordered the girls some embroidered photo albums, and they finally came this week, and I was blown away by how beautiful they are. I'm obsessed with them. Stunning. And I think they would be such a good gift idea for a bride, or if you are a bride looking for a wedding photo album or even like a guest book. They're beautiful, but also a great gift for a mom to be, or just get one for yourself, you know? But I could not be happier with how these turned out for the girls. I just think they're beautiful. They look pretty displayed on like a little bookshelf or things like that. I do still need to like print a ton of photos off and like start working on the book. And that's another thing that's just like, you know how when you have things on your to-do list and they just keep moving to the next day? That overwhelms me. Yeah. I've been wanting to print photos, honestly, for probably 3 years. So something I need to work on. Maybe I need to have a counseling session with Dr. ChatGPT tonight. Earlier this month, I purchased a cargo mat, which is just like a rubber mat for the back of my car. And I bought it anticipating getting pumpkins to decorate our porch with, which I did not end up doing. And at this point, I'm just like moving on to the next thing, because that's another thing that I'm just like, I don't need this to stress me out right now. But that was my intention. When we went to the pumpkin patch, I was wearing Lucy, and I was like, there's no way I'm throwing pumpkins in a wheelbarrow right now and loading them into my car with 2 kiddos. So we just had to cut our ties there. But the cargo mat, I'm glad I ended up buying it anyway, because it's just nice to know how much more durable my back cargo area is, just getting the stroller in and out. It's really easy to keep clean, and it sits and fits really well in the car. So I think they make them for all different vehicles. If you can put your car type into Amazon and it will tell you whether or not you're looking at the right thing and if it will fit. So just make sure you get the one. I'll link the one that's for my car, but make sure you get the one for your car. Okay, next up is actually I could talk about a few recipes, but I finally tried making a little iced latte at home. It's something I've never done, and it's way easier than I was expecting, to be honest. So I've been making a little pumpkin spiced iced latte at home. If you're looking for the best creamer for that, Chobani all the way. It doesn't have a weird like artificial taste. It's not too spicy. It is really good. So I'll put how I make it. Actually, I have a video I'll link to if you want to see me make that. But that's been a nice little afternoon pick-me-up now that I can have 2 coffees in a day. 2 shows that I have been watching is Love is Blind, which was probably the most hot mess of a season that I've ever watched. Not sure what's going on in Denver, but definitely glad I'm not trying to find a man there. Spoiler alert, just warning. I'm glad that no one got married because no one had any business being together. Okay, sorry, my battery died, so we switched that out. We're good. But yeah, it was pretty clear from pretty early on that none of these couples were gonna work out. I was semi-hopeful for Sparkle, Megan, and Jordan, but at the same time, I was like, things are getting weird. Like, I don't know. They were just kind of not on the same page, it didn't seem. She was very much all in, and I think he would have said yes if she was down for it or didn't end it before, but they were clearly like on 2 different paths lifestyle-wise. I still need to watch the reunion. That's on my game plan for tonight because I've been going to bed so early. The reunion started at 9 p.m. last night, and that's like when I'm popping my second blood pressure med and going to bed. So yeah, we'll watch it tonight. I've also been watching Dancing with the Stars, which I have actually never followed the series. Like, I remember my mom watching it years ago, but I've been into it since like there's more social media people on there. I think that's what got me in. This week's episode was pretty dramatic, I feel like. There was like awkward tension between the judges, and I don't know what was going on with Jen. Honestly, I'm a little actually concerned for her because I know that she's expressed before that she's had suicidal thoughts, and she just did not seem like she was in a good place, especially when she was eliminated. So I just really hope that she's okay. I know that they were filming their Secret Lives of Mormon Wives show, so I don't know if it was like scripted or what, who knows, you know. I'm a skeptic on everything these days, but yeah, I mean, I knew she wasn't gonna be a winner, so it was either she was gonna go home this week or probably next week, but I did feel bad for her. I am definitely Team Alex. I honestly, don't hate me, but I don't bother voting or anything. Like, I'm not that invested. But honestly, Josie is pretty invested. After I watched the Disney episode, I was like, oh, Josie would love this episode. So I played it for her, and now she's been obsessed with the show and watches it almost every day and puts on a little princess dress and dances in the living room every day when she gets home from school. And it's so funny because she loves Alex Earl, and I'm like, of course you do. I have been trying to get in the kitchen a little bit more, but to be honest, it's not going that great because it's like when we're trying to cook dinner, I'll have to feed Lucy and then Tim takes over, you know? So we're working on that, but it was just something I wanted to pick back up, or not back up, honestly, because I wasn't a chef to begin with. So I did make a pot roast, and let me tell you, it was delicious, and I have been craving it ever since. I'm actually gonna make that this weekend, so I'll put that recipe that I used down below. But I did buy this cookbook from Babs, which she is such a fun follow on social media, and we've been doing some of the recipes from that, and I like how it's laid out because it's like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday vibe, so you can kind of pick dinners based on how much time you have. So we have done 2 or 3 recipes from that book, and I always think a cookbook would make a good gift for like a hostess, your mom, or someone who obviously likes to cook, or even like a college student who doesn't know how to cook and wants some guidance there. So it's a very practical gift idea. I also really like the gingham binding. It's really cute in our pantry. It's the little things. But anywho, those were all the things I've been loving for the month of October. Let me know how your October has been going down below. I'm honestly a little sad that it's pretty much, like when this video goes up, it will be over, which makes me sad because it's my favorite month of the year, and it does feel like it extra flew by this year for whatever reason. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great week. Bye.